Hi, my name's Kitty and I'm a digital editor working as part of the digital team at Girlguiding. At the moment, me and my team are in the process of what's called a content audit. That is a review of all the pages across our existing websites. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit more about that process, why we're doing it and what it means for the next few months. So why is it important to review all this content? Well, we could technically bring everything over to the new website as it is, but we know from your feedback that sometimes you can't get the stuff that you need from the website, and it would be pointless to bring content with us that's not working. That's why we're taking this opportunity to review everything. We need to know what we've got, where it is, what we're missing, and how good our existing content is. Step 1, pull all of the content together. Before we started our audit, we used a web crawler to spider our websites. Sounds creepy, but it's actually a bot, a simple computer program used to perform repetitive tasks. In this case, the bot created a database of links for each one of the pages on our websites and recorded key information such as its title, its type, and how many times people have looked at it in the past year. Step 2, decide on the strength of the existing content. Now this database has been created, myself and the rest of the team are auditing it to see whether it's good or not. But what makes good content? Well, first, good content needs to reflect the needs of the user. For example, let's say you're a busy unit leader looking for an activity to do with your girls. When assessing whether an activity is right for you, you're going to need some key information such as how long it will take, where you can do it, and whether it's suitable for your section. You probably don't need to know the history of that particular activity or read a long account of someone else who's completed it, so we must prioritise the information that you need. To decide what is and isn't important for our users, we're using all the feedback that we gathered during our consultations. Your voice is central to how we make these decisions. Secondly, we're checking pages to make sure all of the opportunities and guidance they feature are up to date. Thirdly, the content needs to be written in line with Girlguiding's style and be written for web. The first thing's pretty simple. Is the grammar and spelling correct? Is the content in our tone of voice, the way we like to talk to people? The same sorts of considerations we might make when writing content for Guiding magazine. The second thing is more complicated. You might not realise it, but you tend to read web pages differently to how you read print publications, scanning the page rather than reading every detail. As many people arrive to a web page from a search engine or search function, they are usually looking for specific information rather than looking to browse. This means the layout of the page needs to help the user to find what they want quickly and effectively. There are lots of ways to do this, but the key things are structuring content so that key information relating to the needs of the user is right near the top, using clear headings to point out where information is, editing text to ensure there's not too much fluff, just the facts, making use of links so that your user can navigate easily to other relevant pages. Finally, we've also been keeping an eye on page visits to ensure that we pay particular attention to popular pages in our review. Step 3, collaborate. The digital team knows what works for digital, but we're not experts on canoeing or fire safety. That's why, once the initial review is done, we'll be collaborating with the teams across our organisation to check our recommendations and agree what goes on the new site where. Their expertise will guide our final decisions. Over the last few months, we've reviewed every single page of content across our main site and our beta site. We'll be giving you an update soon on what's going to happen to all this content. In the meantime, there's still time to sign up to shape our new website, so click the link below.